Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be a simple resource that I have made that I'm going to release to you and add to choflyelite.com so that you can track your Mercy counter because they do not let us do it in game. So until they do, we have to track it ourselves, and I'm going to show you an easy way to do that I'm going to provide for you. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, let's just go ahead and pull it up and we will talk about this. So this is the little Mercy counter that I have made. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do if you want to use this is you're going to want to go to File and then click Make a Copy. Obviously, I need to keep the master resources of each of these things not shared to the public. Otherwise, they will get incessantly trolled and edited by people. So I have to keep the master version to myself, but all you got to do is click File, Make Copy, and then boom, you will have a copy of that sheet, and you can do with it as you will. If you want to change it a little bit, if you want to use this as a template and then alter it in some way, maybe you want to come up here and rename it to your username or something, that way it identifies it as yourself. Whatever you want to do, you can go ahead and use it as a canvas to change it how you see fit. But before we dive into exactly how the resource works, it's pretty simple. I thought this would be a good opportunity to really talk about the Mercy system because maybe some of you are new to my channel or new to Raid. We have all different kinds of different players in the Chofly community and people who follow my channel, so it'd be a good time to brush up on that. Now, first of all, this sheet is only tracking until the next legendary. Technically, on your Ancients and Voids, there is a Mercy system up until Epics. Obviously, Sacred Shards are guaranteed to get an Epic at least every single time, so the Sacreds only track on Legendaries. But I didn't want to add the Epics to the sheet because 90-something% of the time, people are just curious about when's their next legendary coming. Most people don't track the next epic, but if you want to, totally fine. Go ahead and like insert columns and you can add it yourselves. Now the sheet does actually auto-complete the way it's set up, so you may have to edit things a little bit, but I'm going on a tangent. My main point here was to dive into the Mercy system. So basically, the game just counts your shards until you get to a certain point, and then it's going to start boosting the chance to get a legendary or an epic per shard. You can see down here, I included the Mercy system on here. That way you can refresh on it whenever you want, and it's right there for you to look at whenever you want a refresher course. You don't got to wonder about going back in game and looking at the Mercy system. So it is there, but when you download it, you can delete it if you want. You just click on it, hit delete. If you don't want that there, very easy to do, and then you can click undo to undo that. But yeah, so it's pretty simple. Not a whole lot to explain. Once you get, you can see here they're all 0 right now, and then once you get to 200 Ancients without a legendary, that is going to go ahead and put you into the Mercy, and then your chance is going to increase a little bit and a little bit and a little bit until you're guaranteed to get a legendary. So once you get up to like 220 shards, boom, you're going to get that legendary guaranteed. And the epic and the legendary version of the Mercy system do not affect each other. So if you pull 2 epics in a row, that's not going to affect the Mercy system for a legendary from an Ancient Shard. The epics and legendaries are separate. So this sheet right here, the way I have it right now, as I said, is just tracking the legendary side of it because typically that's what people are most interested in. But now let's go ahead and show you how it functions. It's extremely simple. The kind of darker black and white scoreboard here, that is where the user input is. You can see right here, user input underneath these zeros right here. So let's say you do a 10 pull of Ancients, boom, you put that in, 10 pull of Ancients. Now, when you go all the way up, let's say you have pulled 200 Ancients, so you would qualify for the Mercy system, boom, it's going to swap to green automatically. It's going to show 0 shards, you are in Mercy. And then let's say you do another 10 pull, boom, you're at 210. Now it's going to go -10. It's still going to be green and show that you are still in Mercy. So it will show you that you've been in Mercy for 10 shards. Now, let's say you hit a legendary on 211, you go boom, and now you get a legendary. So that's going to reset. So you're going to have to come in here and hit 0, boom, reset your Mercy counter. It's going to function exactly the same. Voids and Ancients are exactly the same in their Mercy systems. So it'd be the exact same thing. If you go to 200, boom, now you're in Mercy, and you would be getting very, very close to that guaranteed legendary. Now, Sacreds actually function a little bit differently. It only takes 12 summons without a legendary to get into the Mercy system. I don't know why this says 20. Must be, I must have been messing around there, but okay, there. So now that is right. So Sacreds are a little bit different. Only takes 12 to get into that system. So let's say you pull 10 Sacreds. You don't get a legendary. You've only got to pull 2 more until you are in Mercy. Boom, you hit 12. Now you are green and you are good to go. You're going to be getting a legendary any moment there from the Sacred Shards. It's going to be going up 2% per shard. And then obviously same concept, when you do hit the legendary, you're just going to swap that back to 0 and boom, now all of your mercies are good to go for when you download this. I will set this video to be what this video explanation little red button links to. And then also, if you're ever curious about where some of this stuff is, a lot of times I put it down in the video descriptions and pinned comments of all my videos. That way, if you go to any YouTube video, you can find some of these resources super fast, like my Faction Wars planner, and this will be on there. Also on ChoflyElite.com, way up at the top right, under resources, you can see you go to Raid Shadow Legends. I will add this here. You've got the tier list, the sets tier list, accuracy recommendations, all the different resources that I just supply and have made throughout the last couple years are going to be right there to go ahead and have access to whenever you would like. So yeah, pretty short, simple, and to the point. They're not going to give it to us in game. I know they have the technology to do it because they had a counter for shards during Countess Licks. So obviously we all hope they can show us the mercy counter at some point so that we know when we can plan for events, when a legendary is going to be coming, and it would help us kind of get more out of summoning in raid, knowing that stuff is coming. So instead of having to run through and track it with a pen and a paper, I like to have things nice and organized and have on different tabs and bookmarks. So if I was going to make one for myself, I thought, well, why not share it with you guys? And like I said earlier, if you want to alter this in any way, file, make copy, and then I've got kind of the bare bones version here, and you can go ahead and edit it as you would like to include other things even, or alter it a little bit. So that's going to do it for this one. As always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.